All right. Welcome, everybody, back to another edition of Chairgatin. I'm your host, Rattlesnake, coming at you live from Austin, Texas, here once again with my co-host, Dakota. What's up, Dakota?
Oh, my brother in arms. What's up, everybody? Dakota Drake 4 coming live from Atlanta, Georgia. We're going to catch up everything racing. We're going to go up to the northern states, a little Pennsylvania racing this weekend. Let's jump right into it. The Poconos. We got to get back to the Poconos.
What's up? It's Chairgatin coming at you live.
Hello, come right in.
Rock flag and eagle. All right. If you can't tell by looking at our faces, hopefully you're watching and not just listening, we both look cool as hell.
Yeah, you do.
Because we are brought to you by Yeats.
Skirt.
Yeats sunglasses. Skirt, skirt. Yeats sunglasses.
Wait.
Go to the website. What is it? Eatsofficial.com, I believe. The link
Hard
is
work's
in the
paying off, man. Look at us. Looking like $1 million.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
10% off. Discount code Chairgatin. We're also brought to you by Yeti. No discount code there. Just go to Yeti. With our link is in the description. But, I mean, if you want to look this cool, you got to get some Yeats. Look at that.
Damn. Boy, you're looking flying the motherfucker.
Yeah, I was trying to go
They're blowing up, dude.
The 80s.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Let me rock them like this.
Yeah, now you look like you just left the beach.
Well, they're just too good. They're too good to wear inside. It's like they're dark. You know what I mean? They're just.
Yeah, I'm already like, I need to get a couple more pair.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, they're too good. So everybody go get a pair. They're really affordable. And then with that 10% off, it's a good deal. So
yeah, it really is.
Thanks for tuning in. Okay. We are going to talk Pocono. That's really what we're going to do. We have Jared coming on the show.
Standing by in the wings.
He's standing by. We're going to bring him in a little bit later. We wanted
he's behind the curtains in his dressing room. He's getting ready. It's just a big deal.
Yep. Yeah, it's a whole big deal. When you come on the show, it's a really big deal.
Yeah,
so
great
we're gonna
staff.
Have him come on, talk about Pocono.
We got to get him down to our bunker in the Poconos.
I'm glad, Dakota. I'm glad you appreciated that.
It's always sunny. Show. Yeah, when he posted it, I was like, oh.
First, Dakota mentioned last episode, we just spent the whole time obviously talking with Randy, getting down to the bottom of Cooler Gate.
Yes, we definitely talked with Randy.
And we bitched a lot about the facility, or Dakota did. But as he pointed out, we didn't talk much about the racing.
Yeah, I just, we missed out a little bit. We got so overwhelmed in Cooler Gate 2021.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of just wanted to skip over who was hot and who was not. Like, we just totally skimmed over the race itself. We just said it was good. It raced like a short track, but talked about the facility, talked about the town. But, man, the product on track, who we saw up front, again, the man himself, the legend, Mr. Larson, can he be stopped, dude? It's not even funny anymore. It's not funny anymore. Like, it was he's going to kill it. No, it's beyond that.
That's what happens when you put a very talented driver, probably the most talented driver in the best equipment. I hear a lot of people saying, Larson's cheating. Ironically enough, he claimed Hendrick was cheating before he joined their team. But it's like, I don't know, like it's still Hendrick. So if he is cheating, I assume all Hendrick is cheating. And if that's the case, he's still dominating. So, I mean, I just think he's that good and the equipment's that good. And also it's racing. Everybody's cheating a little bit.
Dude, like I saw a clip where it was like Larson a couple years ago in the 42. And he was like, if the Hendricks are cheating, who knows? Who knows what's going on?
You taking a pic of me?
Yeah. That's the one right there. But it's like Larson accused Hendricks of cheating or whatever, and it was like he was like, them Hendrick cars, who knows what they got going on. Mr. Hendricks got a lot of money.
Right.
And now they're like, Kyle, how do you still feel about this?
Yeah. Right. I mean,
right.
That was probably not the best move of him to say when he was with Chip Ganassi, but I guess he was comfortable with his career, probably didn't see this coming. Also, I just want to point this out. Have you ever seen the Goofy movie?
Yes. Oh my God, I love the Goofy movie.
Do I kind of look like the singer from the Goofy movie with these sunglasses on?
Yeah. What's the song? He's
Remember
like,
that?
yeah. What's
Exactly.
his name?
These are
Oh,
the
dude.
shades. These are the shades. If
Yes.
you want to look like you are the singer from the Goofy movie, go to
Oh my gosh.
youthsofficial.com. Discount code Chairgatin. So anyway, back on topic. Yeah, Larson's just too good, and obviously we're gonna have to bring him up again when we're doing our picks for Pocono. Let's just be real.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't pick him, you're fucking up.
I mean, if I'm glad I'm not doing like a fantasy
Yeah.
NASCAR this year, because the ones I've done before, you have to start, 5 drivers, but you can only start them a certain amount of times. How much would that suck this year? Because you're like, well, I need to start Harvick every fucking week, but you're gonna run out after like the third week. So yeah, tough spot to be in.
Larson, he was on top. There was a bunch of names that got up there, like I mean, Eric Almirola, the race of his year so far with a P4
Seriously.
finish. Ricky Stenhouse, bro, he was in
Maybe
the
race of
top
his-
5 all day.
Maybe the race of Suarez's like Cup career. I mean,
I think it all comes down to Ross Chastain finishing P2 on fresh tires there at the end. I mean, I thought if Larson slips up or has a problem, Ross is winning this thing. There were some crazy names. Chase Elliott fell out of top 10 late. I mean, what? Daniel Suarez got 7th, I think. Like the top 10. I remember watching him 50 go. The top 10. I was like, holy shit, dude! Like, look at this top 10.
I think I said it reminded me of like 2017 because that was when like at least Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and Harvick and Kyle Larson was doing really well that year. I was just looking at like the top 5 and I was like, man, I'm getting 2017 vibes.
Yeah, it's weird, ain't it?
Yeah. It was nice. It's nice to see Stenhouse back up there. You don't see him anymore. And I know we all hated him at once, but I don't hate him anymore.
It's either he's like 23rd or he's running the top 10. Like a lot of guys. But I mean, it was a wild race, and I feel like the 750 package brought that to us. It was just seeing good racing, seeing a lot of guys getting up there and wheeling and dealing and taking advantage of people not really having it. I think maybe Chase Elliott's loose wheels we didn't really talk about either. 5 loose slug nuts. How does that happen? Jack Now's tried to BS on Fox. I seen it. He was like, what happens is you get 1 or 2 loose and the wheels chatters, the rest of them loose or something. Bullshit, dude. Fuck them and fuck the 9 team. They're all cheating. It's like, how many times?
Do you think they're cheating, or do you think he was like, I'm trying to avoid pitting because like if I pit, my day's over?
I think he probably had 1 or 2 or 3 loose around the car. And then he was like,
it
probably is chat. Yeah. And they're like, dude, we're not pitting. Fuck that. And then at the end of the race, they're like, ooh.
To be fair, though, I think I heard that Chad said it's up to you decide if you want to pit or not. So
yeah. Well, I mean, or Alan Gustafson's call.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't say cheating. I think it's just he was just trying to get away with it. He knew if he pitted, the day was ruined. Oddly or ironically enough, I mean, his day literally was ruined.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kyle Larson can't be beat. But I do have to give it up to Ross Chastain because he is a driver that I've said for a long time that I wasn't sure he was ever going to do anything in Cup.
Powerline.
I'll
Powerline was the name of the singer in Goofy movie. Yeah, there it is. I was just looking it up. Yeah, I was like, that's it. I was like, it's right on the tip of my tongue. Oh man, good. Sorry, we had a flashback. We're all over the place. Nashville is sick, man. I mean, Larson's on a tear. I don't. Do you bet against them going into Pocono? I mean, it'd be dumb not to.
How would you bet against him right now?
I mean, I literally was like, well, this is gonna stop eventually. I see him, maybe winning one of the Poconos. No, he's gonna win both. He's winning both. Maybe Byron will be second. So? Yeah. Well, if I don't pick him, he will, and if I pick him, maybe he won't.
Right. Yeah, that's
so.
True. That's a good.
That's
point.
how I feel.
But I do want to mention that I've been a Ross Chastain doubter for a long time.
Amen.
And he proved me wrong. I mean, he wheeled it up there. Like,
a lot of people hate Ross. Like I've noticed, and they're like, "Oh, fucking Rick Chastain." I'm like, dude, I like Ross. I've always liked Ross. I really liked him when he's in Xfinity in the 42.
Do you think people hate him? I've never seen anyone hate him.
Dude, I
hear
a lot of people
loves him.
A lot of people hate on Ross, and he's my boy. I like him. I like Tyler Reddick. I like Jeb. You know, there's some low key guys I got my eyes scouting on. But like, if Ross could get the right ride, I don't know if Ganassi's really the move, but it's it works for him. But I like Ross, man. I want to see him do good. He's a good old boy, blue collar worker, and I just want to.
Very cool, dude. I've talked to him.
He's aggressive
a
and
handful
he's
of
a
times.
wheel man. What's not to like? He's nice as shit.
So I was, like I said, I was a doubter. I said he does belong in Cup, but I don't know if he deserves like a top ride. But now, I mean, it's only one race, but seeing what he did in that car in Nashville, I was like, shit, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe if he
Yeah.
was. And at this point, I think equipment is so important. You could put just about anybody in like a Hendrick car. I know that sounds terrible. I'm not trying to diss the guys in Hendrick, but their equipment's so damn good that it would be interesting to see like a Ross Chastain in, Chase Elliott's car or William Byron's car,
Yeah, I mean, well, then there's all these silly season rumors running around the wheel mill, but it's like, with Kurt left Ganassi, do they go to a one car team? Does he get more funding from other sponsors, or the sponsors leave with Kurt? I don't really know how it all works.
I hope that doesn't happen. I mean, I hope they try to maintain two cars. They just need to become more competitive. I mean, that's the bottom line.
Yeah. Well, I will give it, dude. Kurt was up there in the top 10 too. We forgot about him. Like Ganassi, 2 weeks in a row. I mean, not talking about the All-Star, but like they were up there in Sonoma. They're up there at freaking Nashville. Like Ganassi's getting some stuff going. I mean, need I say Kevin with the top 5? Stuart Haas showed some signs of life here at Nashville.
Eric Almirola.
Yeah, 2 cars in the top 5. I think, Chase Briscoe got some stage points at one point. I don't know if Custer was ever relevant, but, Briscoe got up there for a bit. I think he faded, but there was some speed in the Stuart Haas cars this weekend for once.
We definitely saw the dominance of Chevy, though. Would they have like 7 of the top 10? Something absurd. I mean,
yeah, this is a freight train, man. It's
it's not just Hendrick at this point. It's just
all
Chevy
aboard the
in general.
Hogwarts. It's live.
Yeah. Chevy's just been killing it. So we'll see what happens. Overall, as we mentioned, Nashville is an incredible race, and anybody that didn't like it, I just don't understand. I think the main thing that people were saying that didn't like it was that there was no passing for the lead. Nobody could catch up to Kyle Larson, which is just dumb because Ross Chastain was making ground on him. And if a yellow came out or something happened where they had to pit, like Ross would have won. I know that's a big hypothetical, but he was putting himself in that position. So,
dude, the thing that was killing me was Kyle was laying down heaters while saving fuel. He was like extending his lead.
That's why I didn't understand either.
Yeah,
I didn't get it.
And then once they were like,
once they were like, "You're good on fuel, just go." I mean, it was over. Like that was it. I think it was probably like 10 laps left or something when they said that. So
that was his 4th win. I mean, the All-Star doesn't really count, but like that was his 4th win. It's like, how many is he gonna get this year? How long?
I say we count the All-Star. It's a race.
All right, 5 wins in a row. That's 6 races in a row, finishing 1-2 or something, 6 or 7. Dude, yeah, one of the above. And Kyle Larson. I don't know what else to talk about.
Yeah, there's not much else to talk about, unfortunately. One other big topic we can talk about, though, is Jeff Gordon.
The man, the Rainbow Warrior himself.
Rainbow Warrior.
Jeff Gordon, people are kind of like, Jeff's kind of boring, but he's trying, man. He's giving Fox hell. We need pizzazz after old DW Balls got out of there. But for Hendricks to offer a VP role or whatever the hell he's doing,
vice chairman, so he'll be number 2 behind Rick Hendrick, which means he's essentially prepared to take
Rick's
over.
on his way out, man. Look, he is stupid thick. He's ready to retire. I mean, he's laid his legacy out, and Jeff's like, "Hey, man, thanks for the keys."
Do you think he'll even retire though, or you think he's just
he's
end it at the track? I don't know.
Dude, his facility is top notch.
I don't know if it's even him counting the dollar bills. I think it's that guy doesn't know how to retire. He'll be at the track like every week, like until he dies. Dude, I mean, I think he just loves racing.
It's wild, man. Like, they're on top of the world right now, and I don't think they'll be stopped. And he's just sitting here like, y'all doubted me and these young guys. Now look at them. Everybody's like, what's going to happen to Hendricks? Oh, my gosh.
I remember when they brought Jeff on, too, and everyone's like, oh, Rick is grooming him to take over. And then he went to Fox, and we were like, oh, that's weird. Now it's like, okay, it's for sure. I think it's smart though. I think he took enough time to be like, I want you to fully understand this side of the industry,
Dude.
and I think he's at
Jeff
that point now.
Jeff Gordon, the captain, and Chad Now's holding the helm. I mean, this Hendricks is lining everything up in the right direction.
Yeah,
It's wild.
I mean, hopefully Jeff is good at running the business. I guess we really haven't seen that yet. So
this guy, I mean,
he's learning from the best, though.
Money talks, bro. There's the thing is who goes and fills the Fox boost.
So that's the big thing. That's the big question
boost?
mark. Is everyone's like, yeah, congrats, Jeff, but like, who's gonna replace him? That's all anybody really cares about. Let's be honest. So
yeah. I see a lot of people like put Larry Mack in. I'm like, look, dude, I love Larry Mack in the role he's in. I don't think we need another like 70-year-old dude getting in there.
So I can go through the list of people I've seen with like replies, kind of the most popular, and then you can tell me what you think. Number one was Larry Mack. Yeah. And so you already kind of addressed what I was going to say. It makes sense. It sounds great, I guess, on paper.
Yeah.
You're like,
I mean, I love
everybody,
Larry
everybody loves him. Right. Everybody loves him. But you're right. How would he actually do in the booth? Because now we have him and Clint Boyer. I mean, Larry Mack's not as goofy, but like Larry Mack's like a fun guy. I just don't know if it would work with him and Clint up there.
Well, he's done some booth calls. I mean, if you like watch some older races, they're coming up side by side, and it's Larry Mack talking. He can do it. I'm
he
worried.
can do it.
I think Clint's in there, young and hip, fresh, and the dumbass humor, and Mike Joy. I mean, he's a legend, but like, how long is Mike Joy gonna last?
Right, Fox is not in a good spot right now.
So I don't think we need to like replace him with another old guy. We need someone fresh, young, maybe been in the sport in the last couple of years. I don't know, but I think Fox as a whole needs to get the shit together to begin with.
So,
but
you probably won't like the next name that's probably brought up
old guys.
Alan Bestwick.
Well, dude, I love Alan Bestwick.
Everyone loves Alan Bestwick.
SRX has pulled him up. I mean, I don't know why they wouldn't have done that years ago. Maybe
he's
it's
back in the game. Yeah, he's at SRX.
Yeah, he's back in it. That would be a total great move by Fox and could totally save their program. But I don't know. I think Alan Bestwick would and Mike Joy, like, that's maybe two Titans butting heads there.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, really, Alan Bestwick, I think, would be the best option.
Oh, yeah.
If they can get him, because SRX is CBS, right? So,
yeah.
I mean, that's a whole different. I'm sure they could get him. It's just SRX. It's not like he's doing IndyCar or something.
Yeah.
I think he would be the best option. Everybody loves him. He's professional.
Dude,
he's
you see
really
him in the SRX broadcast? He's looking like a playboy up there. He's got the polo button, sleeves rolled up. Looks like he just had a martini. I'm like, dude,
he still looks good. Yeah.
He's banging some chicks.
He can pull it off for sure. And I think he could also, maybe more importantly, he could also handle Clint Boyer, I think. Like, Clint Boyer has his humor, that's his thing. And I think that's fine. I just think they need to find somebody that can balance it well and can, kind of get back to what we need to talk about. And I think Alan would be able to do that.
Yeah. I mean, I like Alan. I'd take Alan Bestwick over Larry. Leave Larry where he is and add Alan. That could work. I just don't know what kind of Fox clauses there are. Maybe, I don't know.
Because as you said, Mike Joy probably is on his way out. I think
he's an old man, dude.
I think Alan could do it for a while. I don't think Alan's that old. Or he just looks good for his age.
How would we feel about putting Jamie McMurray in the booth?
So that was another name. Yeah.
I don't mind Jamie. I mean, I could do Jamie.
The only thing is Mike Joy is on his way out. And I think you do need to have somebody a little bit older, like one guy he's been around the block for a while.
Dude, whatever happened to Jeff Hammond? I used to like Jeff Hammond. He just like totally gone.
Yeah,
did something happen to him?
Was he with Fox?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They used to do everything. He was always doing.
Because I was thinking the ESPN crew, obviously.
He was doing the breakaway car and stuff.
Yeah. That's a good question.
Where is Jeff Hammond?
Yeah. I think you're right, though. I think Jamie McMurray is definitely a name that needs to be mentioned. I would just be worried that he comes in with Clint and then Mike Joy leaves in like a season. And now you just have two like young guys and you don't have that like older, experienced, wise guy, like I think Alan could fit that role perfectly. So that's why it's almost like maybe get Allen in now, and then when Mike Joy leaves, get another young guy or something, bounce it out a little bit.
I could totally see Mike Joy like doing a classic retirement. Like, this is my 40th year broadcast. Like he's gonna be like,
Right.
oh, I did 36 years or I did 43 years. Like he's gonna do like iconic. I broadcasted
Yeah.
for 40
It'll be a
years
big
or
deal
60.
when
Yeah.
he's done for sure. Another name that was brought up quite a bit that I just don't understand at all. I thought it was a terrible one, so I just wanted to mention was Ward Burton.
No, that would be a
People
terrible.
said Ward, and I was like, "Is that the right Burton?" They're referring, but people were saying Ward Burton. I was like, first of all, you can't understand the guy.
Well, I love Ward, but no,
Right.
like I don't even think he would be interested in that.
Exactly. He's his brother maybe, but I don't think he would want to do it. He's hard to understand. I think that was a terrible pick. But the last two I had were two drivers, current drivers. The first one, I don't know how you'll feel about this, is the name that people have been bringing up for a few seasons now is Kevin Harvick.
Oh, I totally think that. So Kevin's contract is through 2023. I don't know how many fucking people have to tell on Twitter this, but like,
Right.
that's when his
That was going to
contract
be
ends.
my.
He has heavily hinted that
Mhm.
I'm probably retiring at the end of my contract. And like I always tell people this, and I know contracts, can be broken or whatever. They're like, Kevin, are you going to Fox next year? And he's like, yo, I told you already. Like, I'm
Right.
racing through 2023.
Yeah,
And
I think
I
that's
don't
the plan.
And then everybody's commenting like Kevin Harvick's gonna go, and it's like, okay, I don't know if y'all know how this works or not, but I totally see Kevin, riding that out. Why wouldn't he? He's in,
Right.
still in his prime. But I
his
think when he does,
prime?
10 months ago he won 9 races, and everybody was talking about the old man waxing ass. So, anyways,
We'll see.
when his contract ends, I could totally see him taking the helm.
Right.
Maybe Mike Joy retires then.
Yeah, that would be a
and
good
Kevin
time.
steps up. But I would put money that he goes into the broadcast booth, which I myself would love. So
We'll see. I mean, you know how I feel about him personally, so I'll try to leave that out.
Well, he used to do a lot of I feel like he used to do Xfinity all the time and stuff. But then here lately, it's like maybe once in a blue moon.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm not sold on the Harvick thing, but I do think he will end up in the booth. It's kind of inevitable at this point. Jeff Hammond went to the Truck Series as a crew chief, but that was postponed last year.
This son of a bitch.
So, yeah, I agree. I don't think Harvick is leaving his ride to all of a sudden just like, hey guys, I quit. I'm going to the booth.
No, hell no.
Because this has to happen for next season. Jeff is leaving in 2022. So this is a next season thing. But another name that was brought up quite a few times that's a current driver is Newman.
I feel like Newman's gonna pull the Edwards method, and like when he's done, we don't ever see him again.
I think we'll see him in like a
felt
Daytona 500 or something, but
yeah, maybe he'll.
I don't think we'll see him in the booth.
Newman
is not.
I've
he's
never
not
even
a talkative
seen him do
guy.
anything like that.
Right, he's not even a talkative guy, even in interviews. So I just don't understand why that name was brought up. Maybe it's just because he's probably preparing to retire.
For God's sake, they put Michael Waltrip in. They put
what?
What if they put Michael Waltrip in?
Just to try to get another Waltrip back up there.
Yeah,
because everyone loves that.
That's the word. What if they put Reagan Smith in there? A little pizzazz, sexy young dude.
Yeah,
past winner.
I
like Reagan.
I just think it's important for them to get somebody that can work with Clint because Clint can work.
Driven a car in the last 5 years.
I mean, I don't even care about that. I think as long as they're a professional broadcaster and they understand the sport. I mean, it's Mike Joy driven a car in the last 5 years.
Darryl Waltrip was about 15 years expired, and they were still asking his opinion.
DW was good when he came in.
25 years ago.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Either way, I don't necessarily think it has
the Poconos
has to be a driver that's straight out of his car. I just want somebody that can work well with Clint Boyer because I think he can be good. He just has to bounce off somebody that's also can handle him, I guess.
True.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens with the whole Jeff saga.
Would Kurt Busch move up? He's been doing some of them Xfinity races. Brad Keselowski's been doing some Xfinity races.
Yeah, but Kurt already has his deal going on. I mean,
yeah, Well, I'm talking
Why
about
would he
maybe like Mike Joy retires.
Maybe, but I think you're closer with the Harvick thing. I think that makes more sense. It seems like
Yeah,
Kurt's kind of
no,
setting
I
himself
would
up
put money
in
that
a different
happened.
way. Yeah, definitely. So, yeah, we'll
Yeah.
see what happens with the Jeff Gordon saga, and we'll see what happens with Fox. Obviously, they need a lot of help, so hopefully they make the right decision. But moving on to the topic for this weekend, Pocono.
The Poconos come down to our basement dungeon.
You want? Should I just go ahead and bring in? Should I go ahead and bring in Jared so we can?
Let's
Start
get our
talking
boy
about
Jared
Pocono.
in here.
All right.
No girlfriends. You can't bring your girlfriends. No girlfriend.
Hey,
No girlfriends in the bunker. Hey, here we go.
Hey, I don't have Yeet sunglasses,
Or-
but I got cheap $5
Oh,
gas
boy.
station sunglasses. I kind of fell
Jared.
out of the.
You're
Yeah.
good, dog. Is it true? Is it you or Dalton Good is the biggest Kyle Busch fan in the century?
I think it's Dalton Good. I looked up, like, I've always seen him tweeting ever since he started. I'm like, man, this guy's awesome, but I don't know.
The results are in. The results are in. Dalton Good.
I think it's
we
hard to
have
top Dalton.
We have Jared here with his terrible gas station sunglasses, just so you can see how much better Yeats are. So Jared,
I'm helping you guys out.
get some Yeats. Yeah, you got a fan here.
Hey, Gary. All right.
Drink to that.
Gary Sam. Drink to Gary.
So, Jared,
Yeah.
how do you pronounce Pocono?
Pocono.
Okay, so it's not Pocono.
Pocono.
Some people go Pocono.
Is that like a Philly thing?
The Poconos.
I've always called it Pocono, but that must just be
What part of Pennsylvania are you from?
Central Pennsylvania. It's about 45 minutes northwest of State College, Penn State.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know there was
shit.
anything in Central because
Yeah,
there's like Pitt on one side and then.
Well,
Penn.
here's how central I am. I can probably base it down for you. I'm about 3 hours from Pittsburgh, 3 hours from Philly, 3 hours from Erie, probably about 4 to 5 from New York City.
Ooh,
So it's
how's a
like-
Kyle Busch fan? How's a Kyle Busch fan like yourself end up in the middle of Pennsylvania?
That's a great question, but I've always liked Kyle Busch growing up, and at this point I kind of can't switch, so I'm already committed. You can see my hat collection, my pit shirts. I don't think that's changing anytime soon. But I am repping.
I'm peeping that hat though.
I am rocking a old school Kevin Harvick Reese's hat.
I'm surprised
That's
your hair's not burning off.
I knew Dakota was a big Kevin Harvick fan, so I thought I'd
Well, where's all your Austin Dillon merch? I assume you have a whole collection, right?
I do have an Austin Dillon hat. Actually, I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
I do.
Wow, that's surprising.
Yeah.
Is it just a number
believe you
3
told me
hat
you're
though?
like-
Or are you just?
No, it's a Dow hat. Actually, I got it for $5 out here. Hold on, I can go find
You're
it
like-
for you real quick.
I think Jared's he's like a big hat collector. Like he just collects NASCAR hats.
Okay, that makes sense.
He'll send me stuff like, dude, look at this hat I got off eBay for $5. And I'm like, holy fuck, dude, the thing's sick.
I feel like the majority of people with Austin Dillon merch just bought a 3 merch, and they're like, "Oh, I don't know, I just saw
All right,
3."
I lied. I got 2. I got a Cheerios hat
Ooh.
and I got a Dow hat.
Is
Look
it
at 'em.
Xfinity? Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
I got
dude.
it. I got
Nice.
it for $5 at one of the vendors outside of Pocono one year. So
The Pocono, you just did it. You just
Yeah,
did
you
it.
kind of
Your natural
said
element. You kind of said
Yeah.
Pocono.
Yeah.
I guess it is kind of a
It rolls off the
Okay.
tongue.
Okay. So, how far away are you from the track?
about 2 hours and 45 minutes. I just hop on the interstate and it's a straight stretch the whole way there.
All right, and I do want to give a shout out to Fan Fuel Podcast because they did have you on first. You were on there last night. We did copy them, so shout out to that podcast. It was good.
Shout
I
out
won
Colton.
something. That's cool. So we're happy to have you on. We were like, let's talk about the difference between northern races versus southern races, and we were like, well, we should probably have somebody on that's actually from the north that knows anything about it because we're just going to be bullshitting if you're not here. So have you been to any races in the south? Because I know you go to these northern races.
The farthest south I've gone is Bristol. I've gone to Pocono, Dover, and Bristol. So Bristol's the farthest south I've gone. I'd like to eventually go down more south, but maybe towards the end of the year I might be at a few
Where's the next, where's the first southern race that you want to get to?
I would like to go to Atlanta because Dakota was telling me how nice of a track that is. Plus,
Fly on in, baby. I'm like a fucking escort down here.
It's a historical track, and I do want to go to Daytona at some point. I'd
500
like to.
next year. Let's do
You're
it.
weirdly missing the best one. I don't know why you're.
Yeah.
Which one's that?
Where's Talladega? Yes.
Okay, I guess Talladega. I completely.
Okay.
I was thinking
Boy,
like southeast for
the
some
motherland.
reason.
The
Yeah, that's
motherland.
Alabama. That's about as south as it gets. Yeah, Talladega is definitely the one you got to get to, but Bristol is definitely a southern race, so we'll count it. I'm sure a lot of northern people go down to Bristol because it's probably not too far for y'all.
Yeah, it's not
But-
too bad. Not a bad trip.
Oh, look at that Yeti! Did you buy that Yeti with our link?
Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't.
Is that pink or white?
I think it's pink.
It's pink.
Oh, with these
it's
shades, it
Felicia's.
looks kind of white.
It's Felicia's.
Yeah. So anyway, you go to Pocono every single year. Do
Yep.
you like the doubleheader format?
I do and I don't. The thing is, I liked going twice a year. You know, that's 2 separate trips, 2 different races I go
That's
through.
true.
But
yeah.
the thing with the whole thing with the doubleheader now is I get 4 races in a span of 2 days. The only issue with the doubleheader thing in here, you know, what
His
happens?
internet sucks. He'll come back.
Thing about the doubleheader is what happens if it rains? Like Pocono's been known to get some rain up there, or fog issues or something.
Mhm.
So you know you have a couple rain delays. Oh, it looks like we're racing 1 on Monday, maybe 2 on Tuesday, or 1 on Wednesday. I don't know. Hopefully, knock on wood, that doesn't happen. But it's still, I don't mind the doubleheader. I think it's
I
cool.
mean, you're not too far. I guess you could make it work, but yeah,
Mhm.
obviously it would
Yeah.
be.
It's just the fact of doing it, but it's not a big issue. I'm just glad that I think you're going to get a lot of fans there. I said on the Fanfield podcast last night, Northeastern Pennsylvania has not had a race with fans since the 2019 season because New Hampshire didn't have fans last year, Watkins Glen didn't have a race last year, and Pocono didn't have fans last year. So
Oh,
I
damn! I forgot Pocono didn't have fans last year because they did the doubleheader last year, also, right?
Yeah.
the doubleheader.
Yeah, or even like Michigan last year, they didn't have fans. So the
Dakota,
whole,
we can't hear you, by the way.
whole northeast, like northeast of the United States, didn't really get any races. I mean,
Yeah.
you had Dover, but no fans there. I think.
Hey.
I think I saw. I think.
Yeah,
I
we can hear you. Hey. Yeah. So I mean, that kind of makes sense. I mean, you know, the Northeast like completely shut down, whereas the South was like, "What's COVID? We don't give a fuck." So
Mhm.
that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, and I think I saw
Dude,
that
it was
their
a shit show.
What was a
was?
shit show?
No, I meant like they were gonna have the doubleheader weekend. It was a big thing, and then COVID happened. And it was like, man,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Then Michigan ripped us off and decided to do a doubleheader weekend of their own. I'm like, come on, guys. Get
Yeah, what a
creative.
bunch of pussies.
Have you?
Oh,
so
man.
have you gone? You haven't gone to Michigan?
I have not. I'm thinking about going maybe in the fall.
I hear.
Dude,
it's
I'd love to
cool.
go to Michigan.
Yeah,
I think
hear
that's.
a good
I think
one.
that.
I think
that'd
it
be a
was
good
on my
track
top
view.
5. It was on my top 5 of
Yep.
tracks.
I think it was on both of ours. Yeah,
Yeah.
for our bucket list
I hear
tracks.
it's the Northern Dega, man. I
Yep.
hear it's a little
That's
wild.
the word. That's the word going
I don't
around.
know. I don't know. Pocono's pretty good.
Is it?
Is
I
it
think
now?
just
tell us about
I-
it.
well.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Here's the thing I see about Pocono. You have a lot of your other tracks, like you know your Charlottes that are in the city, your Texas is in the city. You know, what other tracks are in this? Is it sort of in the city, or where's Texas at?
No, I mean they're building around it, but it was kind of out there, like it's out by Denton and like it.
Okay, difference. Okay, here's the difference with Pocono. You get off the interstate, and all you see are just woods. Like you're basically going through the woods. The next thing you know, opens up, big track. You go past it, more woods. So literally, if you
That
look at
sounds
like
like Darlington.
is
What?
Darlington like that?
Darlington's in a town. Darlington's like a downtown. It sounds like Dega. Dega's
like-
out off the interstate in the middle of nowhere.
Okay, yeah, it's basically like that because it's just surrounded by woods. And growing up in they call it the sticks up here in central Pennsylvania, because literally we're just surrounded by woods and wildlife. So it's basically like it feels like home because it's in the middle of the woods. I just drive up there.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
there's
That's
a big
Bristol,
2.5
dude. You
mile
roll
speed.
through the hills and you come over a mountain and it's like boom, a fucking racetrack in the middle of the mountains.
Mhm.
You're like, what the hell?
Yeah,
Is the racetrack actually in like the Poconos, the mountains?
I don't think it's necessarily in the mountains or whatever. It's more
It looks mountainous around it. Like when you
around
zoom
it.
out.
Like if you look like out there, you could probably see it, but like
Okay.
it's not like central. Like it's not in the main like the Pocono Mountains. that you
is the
find.
Poconos is the Poconos like a big spot for people to vacation in Pennsylvania? That's what I've heard.
It is, and that's why I was going to bring up about the doubleheader weekend.
Okay.
Because the doubleheader weekend, that gives more people time to they can plan their vacations around that rather than have the two separate Pocono races. You have one big event. People can start planning their vacations and you get all that racing. I think ARCA's tomorrow. There's the ARCA race Friday, then there's the 2 on Saturday, 2 on Sunday. So just the whole fact that there's so many things you do. If you can go fishing, you can go hiking, you can go to the mountains. So there's
it's a popular summer destination or winter
I would say
more summer.
I would say probably more summer, because then you also, I think Pocono is only about an hour and a half or 2 hours close to Philly. You're still close to New York City. So if you have a vacation home there, you can just, let's go to New York City or let's go to Philly. You're still in that general area.
Hell, if anything, like you're getting like, instead of like, we're going to go to this one, we can't make it to the July one, or it always bothered me. They were only 6 weeks apart. I was like, I felt like we were just here. So it's kind of close for if people were traveling from afar up north. But now it's like you can pack the whole van up, pack the damn kids, pack the coolers, and you can go get a whole 5-race weekend. If you're camping out, that's like the ultimate bang for your buck. I'm sure they have some sort of combo package deal in the Poconos, but I'm sure it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I never got into the camping thing. I always just went on Sundays with my dad. We'd drive up Sunday morning, just go walk around or whatever, go to the race, come home. But that'd be cool to try see what happens inside, the
hell yeah.
Like,
I hear they do concerts and shit. And there's some resort around there. I always hear drivers talk about it. There's a water park or some shit.
Yeah, it's called the Great Wolf Lodge.
Right.
Yeah, there's a resort there.
I went to that.
I went there
back
up
in Dallas. Yeah.
I was 10 years old. My first race, we stayed there for a weekend. I'm like, wow, this is awesome.
They have one in Kansas right next to the track also. A Great Wolf Lodge. It's right next to the track.
Doesn't New Hampshire have something like that? New Hampshire something? I don't know.
Have you been to New Hampshire? I couldn't remember.
No, but I remember Kevin ran that paint scheme a couple years ago for something.
Okay.
I don't know.
Thanks for your
input. I've been up north in a while. I'm just guessing.
Yeah, I don't go up north too often. I mean, actually, scratch that.
Poconos.
What was it, 2 weeks ago when we had to miss the episode? I was in Detroit. Don't plan on ever going back. So
yeah, I would never ever want to go to Detroit.
No, it's not that great. Knees
weak, arms are heavy.
Yeah, I did go by his house. Well, it's torn down. So yeah. So anyway,
live at home in a trailer.
Yeah, I mean, I was just curious, what the difference is. I guess, did you notice any major differences between going to a race up north and going to Bristol, since you've been?
What's the culture like? What's the culture like from Pocono to Bristol?
I feel like it's almost about the same. I think Bristol, there's more stuff to do at Bristol compared merchant on track types of stuff. Because I know at Bristol,
it's Bristol.
I know at Bristol, I would go out there and there were all those tents lined up of all the merchandise. I'm going to lose a lot of money. Whereas at Pocono, there's not really that much, but I know the whole fan aspect or whatever. There's the big tunnel that goes underneath the track to get to pit lane, and there's just so many different places you can go inside the pits that you don't need a hot pass for, and you can still see stuff. That's where I got a lot of my autographs when I was younger. It's just up on the fence, because they have a little fence right by the garage, and you can see the drivers. So I would go on Saturdays for practice or whatever, and if you see some drivers or whatever, they'd probably come over and sign some autographs for you, and that's how I got a lot of mine.
So it's pretty much the same, just people don't say y'all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's the only difference. I wouldn't eat the barbecue, and people don't say y'all. Okay.
No sweet tea. No sweet tea allowed.
Yeah, I didn't really notice a huge difference just with the fan culture, because I'm it's the same tailgating types of stuff. So it's
we definitely got to get you to Dega, dude, because you're gonna have your fucking mind exploded.
I'd love to come down there for that.
We need to make that happen. We'll come to Poconos. You come to Dega.
I don't know how Pennsylvania is, but I know in the Midwest, people are pretty similar to the people in the South. They like to hunt and fish and drink beer, but they just don't have accents, and they don't have very good food.
We still have the same hunting and fishing stuff. I know during Thanksgiving break, we literally have a whole week off just for deer hunting season. Everyone's pumped for that. So it was always funny, because we'd have Thanksgiving break, and then we'd go back to school for 2 weeks, and then Christmas break hit. I'm like, might as well just have the whole month of November and December, or whole month of December.
That would be awesome.
So you're going to this race this weekend, right?
Yep.
You're gonna be there Saturday and Sunday?
Yep, I'll be there Saturday and Sunday. I've I've been going since 2007, so this will be my.
Look at this big dog up here. Finally, we got some fans with some culture. So where you and your dad are going then again?
Mm-hmm. I
Where
don't
y'all
know.
staying?
I'm not sure where we're staying. He told me, but I don't.
Just winging it, sleeping in the truck. I like it.
Have they announced like attendance yet or anything? Or
They're
tickets?
at 100% capacity.
100% capacity. They're
No,
selling.
but like how many
Did it
tickets have
sell?
they sold? Yeah.
Not sure.
Oh, I haven't heard on that. I'm assuming it's close to a sellout because I know that the RV stuff or whatever, that like the RV infield camping, that place sold out. And I saw today they were having like traffic issues, so there were just so many people trying to roll in at once.
I love it. Well,
it makes sense if last year they didn't allow any fans. Everybody in that
Yeah.
area is probably like,
Everybody's
let's
gonna be a
fucking
floodgate,
go.
dude.
I've been
Yeah.
waiting.
Soak it all up.
Yeah, because I saw
And-
people on Twitter complaining about how long the traffics are. I'm like, dude, they probably weren't expecting a sellout.
Well, here's the thing: is enjoy it. We had no traffic for the last 10 years.
Right.
Now all of a sudden we got slam packed
Like
race
5.
traffic. Fucking
Mhm.
soak it in, dude. You're gonna sit in traffic, crack a beer or a Coke, and just enjoy
Roll the
everybody's
windows down, play some
blast
music, say what's
some
up to
ZZ
people.
Top, and enjoy that you're going to a fucking NASCAR race. And
Good call
everybody
on the
wants
ZZ
to
Top,
go.
by the way, Dakota.
Oh
Good
yeah,
call.
I keep it real, head to toe
Yeah,
legit.
I like that. I like that.
Dude, I'm just so excited. I'm so excited for you. And the Poconos are allowing coolers. Isn't that so nice for
Oh,
the
yeah.
fans? That is so
Coolers.
convenient.
That's a
Coolers
big.
are allowed. The northern states are allowing coolers for Christ's sake.
I think they're
What are
trying
we
to
doing
make.
here?
I think they're trying to make up for it because I think one year, I don't know what your guys' track policies are. Pocono has always been like unlimited entrances and whatnot. Like you can re-enter and whatnot. There was one year that they didn't allow re-entry, so once you were in, you were in, and I think a lot of people threw a huge fit about that when that happened.
Well, I
So-
usually plan it around when I walk in this motherfucker. I don't.
I'm
plan
not
on walking
leaving.
out till it's over.
Exactly.
But
So
there
I actually
are some
don't
people
know.
like, oh, I forgot my snacks or something. But I do
Mhm.
see. Dude, even in Nashville, there's tons of people. There was people that showed up to their seat. It was lap 80, and I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
I
And there
know,
was
that
people.
always drives me
It was
crazy.
100 to go, and I saw people like packing up, getting their shit, and leaving. And I'm like,
Jeez.
"Why'd you come?"
Yeah, well,
That was
Like-
a big topic for discussion during the cooler debate where it's like re-entry, no re-entry. But
Yeah.
Dakota, I'm with you. I actually have never known what the policy was because I never leave. I just I
Nashville,
bring my
had a-
cooler and I set up.
Nashville, the shit show it was, had a statement that said, "We're not allowing all this shit in. However, we are allowing you re-entry. You're allowed to come and go out of the gate. You just have to scan your ticket in and out."
So it's like,
fucking
I
time.
missed like half the race trying to walk out of here.
Exactly. Well, my
truck?
car's fucking a mile and a half of that way. So
Right.
if I want to go get a beer, I got to
I'm gonna
miss the
shotgun
whole
a beer.
second stage and go get a beer and drink it on the walk back.
Right. It's a damn hike. I don't want to have to do that.
Yeah, it was. I think they definitely got the message. But I'm glad Pocono fans are going to get to party all weekend, see concerts, and a hell of a lot of racing. I'm kind of pissed because there's so much. This is such an awesome deal. But however, like I have a life to live as well, and I got shit I
Mhm.
want to do this weekend. And usually I'm like Sunday, but now it's like I'm a race fan. I can't just sit here and watch the races all weekend. However,
Preach.
I want to watch the races all weekend.
Mhm.
So
It's
I'm
a
gonna
mess.
be in Nashville this weekend. Because I got my ticket late to the
Take it.
No, I'm just
Take a
joking.
towel. Take a towel with you.
Yeah, exactly.
You might need to clean up our mess.
So I will be in Nashville this weekend, and
You son of a bitch.
It's a funeral, so it's not like I'm back-to-back funerals, but it's called a life celebration, so it's actually gonna be fun. It's a golf tournament, and it'll be a good time. It's not sad, but it does, as Dakota's mentioning, it's gonna be tough for me to watch all this racing. Like I'm with my family in Nashville, going to all these events with family members at funerals. Like that's
I got
as you
yard work to
mentioned,
do, man. I'm a dad.
Right. I mean, it is tough when they do these double headers. I don't always watch. I try to watch Xfinity, but I can't always watch Xfinity because I have
Yeah,
Sunday
I'm usually
planned for my racing.
lucky to like if we get back home or nothing's really
Exactly.
going on. Oh, I'm gonna
Mhm.
catch the Xfinity race. But sometimes if like, hey, we're doing this and this, I'm like, I'll just watch the Xfinity race on my phone or catch highlights. But
I watch the highlights mostly. Yeah, because
I live for Sunday, but then it's
Right.
like Saturday. I'm like, fuck, there's a race.
because you have to
Saturday.
plan
Fuck.
your weekend around Sunday. So you're like, whatever the wife wants to do, like you have to push to a
Yeah,
Saturday.
my sister's talking about bringing her kids over and doing family shit Saturday, and I'm like, well, there's
You
a
have a
race
sister? I didn't
on.
even know you had a sister.
I have a bunch of sisters. I'm fat enough as it is. I can't just sit on the couch and watch racing all weekend and eat my fucking pork rinds.
I mean,
mean,
I could.
I could. Oh, if I was single.
And you were looking good with that dad bod. I was seeing all those pictures of you shirtless at the race, and I was
Dude,
like,
I
hell
was
yeah,
a
Dakota,
goddamn
get it.
male paraphernalia up there.
I loved it, dude.
Me and Nathan were just spreading the love everywhere we went.
You're keeping the dad bod alive. I love it. I love it because I'm
Yeah,
right there with
it's
you.
very-
so like,
It's very
more you're
unfortunate and
doing it.
depressing, but this is
no, it's not. It's badass.
This is what depression looks like.
Well, it looks cool as hell. How much does it
Yeah,
cost?
I'm just gonna say, yeah, I'm fucking living my best life. I don't give a
There
fuck
you go.
anymore.
We love it.
I'm off the damn wagon.
So, Jared, I assume you're excited because when's the last time you got to go to a race then? 2019?
I went to Dover a couple weeks ago, actually. I got to
You
go
son
see-
of a bitch! You did. I remember that.
Yeah, I
You
got.
didn't even you didn't even tell nobody. You're like, I'm at Dover.
Yeah, it was like
What the fuck?
it was like a last second type thing. I'm like, you know
How
what,
far
How
is that
far is
for you?
Dover for you? Oh,
Yeah.
about 5 hours.
5 hours? Okay.
5 hours. not-
committed.
Once
That's about
again,
Darlington for me.
Do you go to like Dover and Pocono every single year? Or
Dover's been kind of new. I went to in 2018. I saw whatever year Chase Elliott won. That was the first time I ever went to Dover because I'm like, you know what, screw it. I'm gonna go to a playoff race. I want to see Dover for the first time.
Hell
So
yeah.
I used my student ID discount, so I got
Hell yeah. $25, baby.
$25 tickets in turn one.
Dude, that is
Hell
like
yeah.
the best. I don't know if they're doing it now, but that was like the best deal.
Right,
That's
ever.
I did.
That's how I got my Bristol tickets in 2019. I got the student
Hell
discount. It was
yeah.
like $55,
Nice,
and
dude.
it came with pit passes and everything, and that post race
yeah.
track
Damn.
walk and everything. I'm like, $55 for this. All right.
You can't
They
beat
did-
that shit, dude.
They didn't even ask for my student ID or anything. It was just put your student email in. So I
Yeah,
just put my
cool.
student.
So, what's your favorite northern race to attend? What's your favorite one? Maybe you
What-
ever
yeah, you
attended,
pick a
or one
track.
that you up
From-
north?
Up north, or can we count like local tracks and whatnot also, or just like NASCAR?
NASCAR.
Pro-
NASCAR, because I don't know your local track.
Okay, I'd still say Pocono just because
Okay.
I haven't been to Watkins. I'd like to go to Watkins Glen at some point, but I like Pocono over Dover. I'm sure I'd like Pocono over New Hampshire. Nothing against New Hampshire, but I would like to go to New Hampshire to see it. But I think
Dude,
I just
how far is New Hampshire for you?
like 8 hours, 9
God
hours.
dang, dude, really?
That's pretty far.
Yeah, that's a
it's
ride.
It's a little bit of a hike. I know Michigan's not bad. I think it's only 5.5. I saw. Richmond's
Pennsylvania's a
about
pretty
5.
big state. For all
It
those
is a
like
big-ass
northern
state,
states, they're all
honestly.
tiny, but Pennsylvania's like the one that actually is pretty
Yeah.
big. I mean, I say
It's
pretty
like-
big. I'm from Texas.
It's,
so
what's it like
everything's small
6
to me,
hours
but-
side to side or some shit, ain't it?
Mhm. Yeah, because you can
Damn,
drive
dude.
on
We-
you can drive on interstate the whole time. I think it's like 6 hours. But
God dang. That's one thing is like I got
That's
a
what it
buddy.
takes for me to get out of Texas.
I got a buddy, he really wants to go to Dover. He loves Dover, and that's one of his bucket list tracks. And I'm like, hey man, I would go to Dover if like it lined up, but I'm like not trying to go out of my way to go to Dover. But I'm like, if you want to go Dover, you let me know and we'll make a plan to go.
Dover's pretty cool. I like seeing it. I sat in turn one, like up in turn one, and the first time I saw it, I was actually kind of like, I know on TV the bankings are where it is, but it's super
Yeah.
cool how the banking is because they'll be coming at you. They like go downhill, then they go like
Yeah, they say it's
up
like a
around.
2-story drop in the corner or some shit.
It is. It's like a drop, and then they
G-forces.
go on the banking on the turns. I'm like, oh, this is actually pretty cool. Like, I bet
All right,
it's like a
Jared,
roll-
we're gonna plan it. You're gonna drive to Dover. I'm gonna fly in. You're gonna pick me up, and boom, we're good. Gravy.
Hey, we still got to try to that Watkins Glen trip next year.
This is a guy I've been telling you about, Rattlesnake. Jared, my boy, is talking about lining up a Watkins Glen race, and I'm all
Yeah,
about
that'd
it.
be
I'm all
badass.
about
I mean,
it. Yeah.
Dakota, what would be like the northeast track you'd want to go to? Because I'm counting Michigan as like the Midwest. So
Watkins Glen.
Watkins Glen. Okay.
That's the
Jared,
banger
Jared,
right
do you
there.
consider your area the northeast?
Pretty much. We're like northeast United States. Yeah.
Okay.
There's like
Yeah.
the northeast
I
with
would
all of
do
us.
Pocono.
I would
I
be
could do
interested in
Pocono.
Pocono, to be honest.
I want to go to every track, but it's like now
Right,
I got a
of
little.
course.
I got a buddy up north. I'm like, we can make some things happen.
The schedule
You
back
come to
in the day,
Atlanta. I'm gonna go to
Skip-
Pocono.
the schedule's kind of a little bit different than back then. Like back then, there used to be like the whole northeast tour. Like there's the Western tour.
Yeah.
Whatever. It used to be
Right.
like Indianapolis, Pocono, Watkins Glen, Michigan, New Hampshire.
Yeah.
They were all in that like end of July, August type time. And
Was
like
it the West Coast swing when they
There's-
go out to like California and Arizona and all that? And,
yeah,
Las
there
Vegas.
There used to be the old new Northeast tour or whatever, and I think they would finish like towards Bristol and yeah.
There was
so-
one thing, like that's one thing they do. Sometimes they jump around, but then like there was sometimes it's like they'd go down to Miami, or no, they didn't in Miami. They'd go up north, then they'd go to Kansas. Oh no, sorry, Kevin. And then they come back to Charlotte, and then go back to Texas. Like, dude, these truck drivers are gonna fucking kill themselves.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
Is
I
it
think that was why they were
driving
doing
all
the
over
swing,
the fucking
so
place?
they didn't have to do that. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it would be interesting. I have not. The most north I've ever been to a race is Kansas, and I don't consider those people like it's northern, but it's like Midwest. You know, so they're not
Most
like
northern. Most northern I've done is Richmond.
I'll be
I
going to
think
Richmond in the
technically
fall.
Richmond's probably
You
more
son of a
north than
bitch.
Kansas, like geographically. So
Well, on my list, if you've watched one of our previous episodes about tracks to go to, I want to go to Martinsville. I'm trying to line up. I'm thinking next year I'm fucking checking off
Martinsville would be cool.
I'll be going in the
Checking
fall.
off Martinsville. So I'm trying to line
How
up.
far is that
That'll
for you,
be.
Jared?
That's it's about the same distance as Bristol for me.
I think it's like
'Cause
9 hours for me.
Because how it works is Bristol's like a whole straight stretch this way, but Martinsville you just take like one turn south and you just go south. So it's basically like the same. It's like a Y shape kind of. So it's like the same distance if you go south, and if you keep on that road, you get to Bristol. So
Hell yeah.
Martinsville's not bad. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go to Martinsville. I want to see the crazy circus that's gonna unfold. I'm sure right before the championship.
I'm curious
race.
how far Martinsville is for me. Any guesses?
Do what?
You know, not too bad. It's only 20 hours.
That's
for
not
me.
bad. That's a little.
Hey,
bit,
that's a little.
it's almost a
little
day.
pop
Almost a
over
day.
the
It's
pond.
less than a day.
You
less
could drive to
than a day.
California. You could drive to California.
Yeah, probably. It's probably about the same
Damn.
distance. Yeah,
It's not bad.
it's Texas, man. We're in the middle. We're in the middle, and it's a big ass state to get out of. So, Jared, I don't know if you have any picks for Pocono, but me and Dakota
Poconos.
like to do picks. Dakota likes to present the at the line picks, which I still need to make like an
Ooh.
intro for.
Yeah, we need something popping up. I need
Yeah.
to,
So,
like,
so how it works is he puts two drivers against each other, and you
Okay.
pick which driver you think will finish better. Not necessarily win, just who's going to finish better. And Dakota puts a whole lot of effort and research into these. He
I
doesn't
spent all week
just
cooking up these
say
picks.
them off the top of his head because that'd be crazy. Also,
News. I'm
Colton
looking at a
drives
40
40 hours to Martinville.
Colton,
Yeah, but
either kill
are
yourself
you
or
even
get
in
to a
America?
goddamn race, dude.
Yeah, go to
I don't
a
know what to
race.
tell
That's
you.
not even
What the
America,
fuck,
dude.
man?
You're like in Canada.
Move the fuck out of Wyoming.
Who lives there? You and your family are the population.
It sounds
of Wyoming,
awesome if you're
Colton.
on Yellowstone, but goddamn, get to a racetrack. The
And he's
ultimate
not
race
even-
fan doesn't even go to races.
He doesn't even fit into that cast of Yellowstone. He doesn't walk around with like a cowboy hat and like
No.
grow like a big mustache like a cowboy.
It
with a
looks like
cowboy
you could
hat
drink
and
the shit out of some PBR.
I have my
Shout out
cowboy hat
Colton.
right there. See, I'm a Texan.
Dude.
I got my cowboy hat posted up. I got my Texas flag right there.
Fucking
So
Colton,
anyway,
bro.
we will do the at the line picks that Dakota is totally not just thinking of right now as I'm stalling for him. Dakota, what you got for us?
I've been fucking ready. I've been thinking about this shit all day. And just for you, Jared, I've been cooking up something in the kitchen. Your
Great.
boy was looking a little hot to start last week, but let's see how he does. He's fairly good here. There's another guy that's fairly good here, too. We're going to do Kyle Busch over Denny Hamlin. Who we got taking the lead in this pick?
Denny Hamlin.
Oh,
I think
wow.
he's-
What a do you
he-
even like Kyle?
I
Yeah,
do,
wow.
but I can't.
Terrible.
Okay, here's some of my
Just
thoughts
take off
on that.
all
I
the
can't-
Kyle Busch stuff behind you.
I would love
What
to
are
say
you
Kyle.
eating? Candy or something?
I'm a realist. Yeah, I'm a realist. I'm a
You son of a
realist.
bitch.
I'm a realist. Got to look for.
Yeah,
Also,
keep it
also
real.
if I don't expect Kyle Busch to win, then whenever he does win, I'm like, all right, that's
That's
for sure.
true.
Like I didn't expect him to win Kansas. Like I can't be going into Kansas thinking like, oh, or Kansas he's gonna win and he's gonna win, and then if he doesn't
Didn't
win,
I
like
pick
Yeah.
Kyle Busch for Kansas, actually?
I don't even remember, dude. I don't even think we know what
Yeah.
we picked last week.
But yeah,
No.
Denny's won like the last 2 of the 3 Pocono races we've had there. So
Was
I
it
think
that many?
I think so because I just found that out. Alex Harrington on the fan field.
He
there,
won
he's a-
one of them last year. I know that.
It was one last year, I remember.
I
Yeah,
think
he won one of them.
Either way, I think he won 2 of the last 3 we found on the statistics.
Okay.
And he's a big Denny Hamlin fan and didn't even know that, so I thought that was kind of funny. That's how I remembered that.
Play.
So I have to agree. I was going to pick Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin is good here. He hasn't got a win yet this season. This will be
Swept
the
it
track
every
that he
season.
should
He's
do.
always
He's
a
due
hitter
for-
here. He's always
He's
a hitter
due
here.
for one.
Yeah, I can totally see that.
Well, look,
All right.
my phone just opened up with the Yeats on, by the way. Yeats. Brought to you
Boy,
by
they
Yeats,
just know.
10% off discount code Chairgatin.
Real recognize real. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
That was
All
nice.
right. Here's one. This one might be a little spicy. I'm just gonna throw it out there. I don't even remember really seeing them last week. This one's for you, Rattlesnake. Are we taking Daniel Suarez or Austin Dillon?
By the way, Austin Dillon finished top 10
Like
in
13th
stage
or
1
something.
and 2, you motherfucker.
Dude, that
So
paint
he
scheme was
finished
sick. We
second-
never talked about
he
it.
finished
His
second
car
in
at
stage
Nashville,
2.
his paint
What do
scheme
you
in
mean you
Nashville
didn't
was
see him?
sick. His paint scheme was sick. I
He
was
finished second
10
in
seats
stage
to the
2.
win
How
in
would you
stage
not
2.
notice?
I don't even remember stage 2. But anyways, Austin Dillon or Daniel Suarez.
Well, Daniel Suarez has been killing it.
The kid's on fire. He's making RCR look bad. Honestly,
You know, I'm gonna have to go Daniel Suarez.
yeah, the kid's on fire, dude.
Just because Jared didn't pick his driver, I'm not picking my driver.
All right, I like it. I like it.
Daniel Suarez has been killing it, and
Yeah,
I think if I remember correctly, he's actually finished pretty well here before. So
yeah,
I'm trying to. Did he get second here once? I think he's got second here.
yeah. In the 41, when he was in the 41,
right? Didn't he get it? Yeah, he got a second place here. So
was that 2019?
Was it 2019? Yeah.
Fuck off, Colton.
He's a better
kidding,
fan
dude.
of Austin Dillon.
We
than I
love
am.
you. Shout out Colton, friend of the podcast. All right, what you got,
Wait,
Jared?
what do you got?
Daniel Suarez. I think
Okay, copycat. Jeez.
I like Daniel
Damn.
Suarez. I
Alright.
think he's just knocking on the door. I think he's going to get a win or somewhere close, or at least contend for a win. And then
A win?
I'm gonna.
What's he gonna do? Murder Kyle Larson?
Fuel mileage race.
I don't know about a win, but I do think I could see him getting like a top 5 finish. He's been doing just good, and it's not like he had one race where he did good. He's been putting.
He's plugging away, dude.
Yeah,
he's always up top 10 running.
Just
up,
like
running well.
how I said, Ross Chastain was a guy that I doubted, and he impressed me yesterday. I mentioned this earlier in the season that Daniel Suarez is a guy I doubted, and he's in worse equipment now, but he's actually looking even better somehow. So,
and the fact it's a first year team, just like 2311 Racing, like they're running both pretty good, like top 20s and.
2311's running well. Is that what you're gonna? Is that the argument you're gonna make?
Decent.
No, not even decent. He's running terrible.
I'm
Where
sorry.
is he in the? Where is he in the standings?
You don't want to know. I think he's actually like 21st. He's like right up there. He's consistently been. What? Who are we talking about, Bubba?
Yeah, 21st is up there. 20. I mean, I
meant it's better than 28th.
He might be in 28th.
Cut off 16th. Who fucking knows? Dude?
I don't.
We're gonna go to round 4.
I think Daniel Suarez is showing Bubba Wallace how it's done on a first-year team, essentially.
Oh yeah, dude, they're fucking swagging. I mean, we got fucking Pitbull in the mix.
So Kid Rock now.
Round 4, a couple scrub brushes coming up here. We're gonna take the latest speed demon, last week's pole sitter, Eric Almirola, over big-time cornhole player Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Who we got?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm going to go Ricky Stenhouse Jr. He's been looking good. I think Eric Almirola obviously looked good last race, but that's the only sign of life I've seen from him all
does
season.
it carry over?
I don't think so. I think I could be wrong, but I don't think so. I think it was a fluke race, and Ricky Stenhouse has actually looked better this year than he did last year. He's shown some signs of life. The Chip Ganassi team, all around.
If he doesn't
I thought
fuck up, he can get a good race in.
Right. I'm going to go Ricky Stenhouse.
I think I'm going to have to agree with Ricky Stenhouse because I think both JTG cars brought some stuff last week. I'm sorry. Ryan Preece was running good last week, and Ricky Stenhouse
Everybody
was
ran
up
good
there.
last week. That was insane. That whole
it was insane.
Daniel Suarez, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. It was awesome. Loved it.
Yeah. And I mean, Ricky,
I think the Chevys in general are just running super good. So I'm gonna give an edge to them just because of manufacture there.
Good point.
Speaking of Chevys, I'm going to do this one until we ride the motherfucking wheels off. The 5th pick is the 5 car of Kyle Larson versus anybody fucking else.
Yeah.
Is Kyle Larson going to win or someone? Are we going to have some different winners this weekend?
Jared, you started off since you've been copying me.
I expect nothing less than Kyle Larson leading 70% of the weekend and sweeping both races.
Does he sweep both races?
That's
is that what you're calling?
I
sweep both?
I could see maybe one of two. I think 5 in a row, like 5 points in a row, is going to be super hard. And plus, they are doing like the top 20 invert. I don't know if that's going to make it. I don't think that's going to make a huge difference.
I love the invert. I think it spices up the Sunday
That
race.
means they need to do the invert. It's awesome. I love it.
I wish they'd do like full field invert, and you got your DJ McLeods and guys starting up front.
Yes, 100%. Yes.
That's one thing is I totally see him winning one of them at least, probably the first one. But it's like, if he does sweep them, like when is this gonna stop?
I mean,
if he sweeps them, this is getting nuts.
This is it reminds me of the Jimmy Johnson.
It's a scary fucking dream. Yeah.
Honestly, this is early remnants of the Jimmy Johnson era.
I thought that
we were
this
just
morning.
like, who's gonna beat Jimmy Johnson every week, right? That was the discussion.
Jimmy was so hot, like 09 season. Jimmy was so hot, and it was like, dude, I'm sick of seeing this motherfucker win. And now it's like, dude, Kyle is on a tear, and he is not letting up.
And so that's the thing. Kyle Larson's still really young, extremely talented. He loves racing. Clearly, he does it every single goddamn day. I mean,
I'll add on to this also. I don't know if you guys saw on Twitter, Kyle Larson just announced he's going to be participating in the PA Speed Weeks this coming week, like the weekend after Pocono.
What is that?
So it's called Pennsylvania Speed Weeks, and there's a lot of the local dirt tracks in Pennsylvania. They're usually like they just have like races on Friday and Saturdays. But I saw on his schedule he's going to be going to Lincoln Speedway on Monday, Grandview Speedway on Tuesday, Port Royal on Wednesday, and then he's going to go to Hagerstown, Maryland on Thursday.
Is it like a bunch of dirt tracks?
Yep, there are a bunch of dirt tracks.
You close to any of them?
I think that company right there is actually putting on a couple of those races.
They should be. But yeah, Lincoln Speedway is about 2.5. Grandview is about 2.5. Port Royal is about an hour and a half.
I know Lincoln and Port Royal for sure. Yeah, I've actually
keep some Larson merch, dude, in the Poconos.
Yeah,
I might have to.
Larson dirt merch is dope. Yeah, I mean, it's better than his cup merch, to be quite honest. But
dude, if I was a head-to-toe Larson fan, I'd be getting all his fucking dirt shit.
I think the only hope we have for this not becoming a Kyle Larson era is the next gen car coming out next year. That it might mix things up. I don't think it will, just because I think he's that talented, but it might. That's our only hope.
No, at this point, at this point, I think he can probably figure out anything. I mean, he's going to be running the Cup cars this week, and then he's going to be running his sprint cars, and probably maybe even the late models,
which he never ran before, and then just started winning.
Yeah, I remember. Last year he ran his first late model at Port Royal. Actually, I remember.
I feel like he's going to be dominating for the next 8 weeks, and all of a sudden something crazy is going to fucking happen, and he's going to like blow a left rear and spin out and fucking wreck the shit, and then he's going to he hasn't won in the last 5 races. What's wrong with the 5 car?
Right, and then still win the championship.
And still win the championship.
Yeah. So next we do our it's usually 2 picks. It's a lock of the week and a wild card pick, but since there's a double header, why don't we do 2 lock of the weeks, 2 wild cards? It doesn't have to be in any particular order, like which one's which. Just these guys will win maybe one of the races. I don't know. I'll start out since I don't know if Jared or Dakota were ready. Dakota's usually not ready for anything, so
Jared, don't listen to him.
I'll go ahead and start off. Obviously, the first lock of the week is Kyle Larson, as we've discussed over and over. We're not even discussing if he'll win one of the races. We're discussing if he'll win both of them. I mean, that's how absurd it's gotten. I feel like there's a better chance of him winning both than not winning any at this point.
Yeah.
My second lock of the week. Well, you know what? I'll do one and then we'll go back around. How about that?
You bastard.
First wild card is gonna be Daniel Suarez, as we discussed earlier. He's been really hot lately.
He's good here.
And he's good here. He's finished second, and he's looking really good. So that's a wild card because I think I pick my wild cards based on like the betting odds, and he was pretty low. Yeah, plus 15,000. He's below Austin Dillon, Matt DiBenedetto, stuff like that. I was surprised that he was so low. So, Jared, you want to go with a lock and a wild card?
I'll go my lock with Denny Hamlin, and my wild card is going to be a super hot take, Eric Jones. If you look at some of the stats, if you look at some of the stats with Eric Jones, there's only 2 races in his entire career there that he has not finished.
He wrote it.
I stole.
God damn it. I was so excited. I was saving that for the next one.
Oh man, sorry. Two races he hasn't finished in the top 10. One was an accident, one I think was just how we raced. But last year, the first race he got, I think he was an accident, started 38th, worked his whole way up to 3rd. So at Pocono, passing is pretty hard there. So the fact that Eric Jones did that, granted he was in Joe Gibbs' equipment then, but Eric Jones would probably be my wild card pick.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we'll pass it on to me. I'm going to go your lock of the week for day one. It's going to be the guy who got wrecked out of the lead, Jared's boy. Kyle Busch is going to win day one as my lock of the week. Wild card pick. I don't even know if I should pick this motherfucker, but I'm going to take Eric Almirola. He showed speed last week. He had some good finishes at I think last year. I hope the motherfucker gets the bacon sizzling because it's a rough ride this year.
Yeah, if he can even keep that ride. Unfortunately, as you just saw from my phone, my next 2 picks was my lock of the week was fucking Denny Hamlin. We've already discussed it to death. And my wild card was goddamn Eric Jones. And Jared just explained why. So literally my next 2 picks were exactly what Jared picked. Damn it. Jared, go.
Well, all right.
You have been copying me all episode, Jared.
All right, I'll mix it up here. How about my second pick I'll go with, or second lock? Let's go Brad Keselowski. I know he hasn't been running decent. I know he hasn't been running well recently, but he's been decent at Pocono. I remember growing up. There's that one.
Dakota won't stop laughing every time you say Pocono. By the
Pocono.
God, you say it every time, dude. You do it naturally, and you don't know you do it, and I love it.
Right, that's the best part is when you're like, no I say it normal.
You said I don't. I say it normal, and then you're like Pocono, and I'm fucking dying, dude. It's awesome. I love it.
Brad Keselowski maybe is a lock because I remember what year was it? 2011 or 12?
He broke his leg.
Broke his leg, came back and won the next day.
Fucking pimp move, dude. Like super suave.
He won in that race, and then I think he won in the Reds Apple Ale car one year.
Yeah,
am I right on that?
Sounds right.
That sounds about right too. I think. But yeah, I think let's go Brad Keselowski on that. And for my wild card pick, let's go
Poconos.
William Byron.
Is William Byron an underdog?
William Byron. I don't know if he'd be an underdog or whatever, but he's
like 3rd in points.
Would you say what? Okay, how about?
Yeah, William Byron.
He's got to win. He's got to win.
William Byron's the 4th favorite to pick. Yeah,
okay,
I don't think that's an underdog.
Okay, how about underdog? Let's go. Man, I don't know. This is tough. I'm trying to look at some quick.
There's like 30 other guys you could pick from.
Yeah. Cole Custer. Let's go Cole Custer.
Oh God.
Oh. I was gonna suggest Ross Chastain.
Shoot. Yeah, I guess Ross Chastain.
Oh no, too bad. You picked Cole Custer.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Cole. I'll ride the Custer train.
Dakota's like, no, I'm taking Ross now.
All right, good because Ross is already picked.
You guys laugh at me whenever he finishes top 5 or top 10 at this weekend at one of the races.
Dude, he's one of those will randomly slip in a 10th place finish. You're like, how the fuck did he slip into 10th?
Man, I mean, he slipped in that win. He slipped in that Kentucky win that I was
Day
not
2.
even expecting.
Don't sleep on him. He's always lurking. I mean, can you deny? I'm fucking sick of the Chevy bullshit. A Ford is going to get the victory lane on Sunday, and it's going to be the 22 car of Joey Logano. Watch the fuck out. He's a sleeper. He's always there to capitalize. He's got a win here already. If y'all remember when he spanked Mark Martin's ass in that 20 car, and
I saw that.
I only really went with that because I fuck y'all. And
well, Dakota's breaking up. I assume Colton's picking Blaney as a lock of the week because he's definitely not an underdog here. Let's be honest.
That's so funny how he's frozen.
Oh, wait, he might be back.
He's still frozen.
Yeah, he's just Dakota. You've been frozen this whole time.
Hey, Dalton.
There's Dalton Good.
Yo, hey, it's Dalton Good.
Hey,
look at all the Kyle Busch fans.
There we go, Dakota. You're finally back. You're finally back.
Son of a bitch.
Who was your wild card? We didn't hear you.
Oh my God, I'm so sick of this. Do you hear me?
Yeah, who's your wild card?
Dude, I don't even know what the fuck is going on.
Dakota, who was your wild card?
My wild card is Ross Chastain, you bitch.
All right, there we
God,
go.
Jesus.
That's
This
going to wrap up
technical
the episode
difficulty.
because Dakota is just as bad as Colton when it comes to his.
No,
connection.
dude. I'm just sitting here. I'm not even touching anything. Fucking motherfucker.
Well, you live in bumfuck Georgia. You don't
What
have
the hell is
connection.
that?
It's okay.
Oh, that's the
All right.
thing.
Anyway, that's going to
Anyways.
do it for us. Dakota, thank you. Thank you for ending the episode.
Joey Logano,
Jared,
Ross Chastain. Everybody, go fuck yourselves. Great episode. I'm so glad to have you, Jared. Let me cut Matt.
Hey,
off.
thanks
I
for
mean,
coming on.
Rattlesnake off
Hey,
the
thanks for inviting me.
do you have
Hey,
any
man.
shout outs,
What
any
else?
plugs?
Yeah. Hey, tell us about your show. Plug your shit.
Hey, first off, if everyone's interested, you can go follow my JB Graphics page, photography and graphic design. You can see
Yeah,
a bunch
dude, he
of
makes
stuff.
sick edits and stuff.
I make some
Wallpapers.
graphics, take some pictures for some local high school teams. The show that I do with my buddy Seth Woolcock and Elliot Hicks called The Back Road. Dakota was on that. I think it was like our second or third episode. So you can check that out. Go follow In Between Media. That's the media group that helps produce that Back Road show. That show is that site is more fantasy football oriented, so I would still go check that out if you're a big fantasy football fan towards the fall. So that'd
You
be
an
a
Eagles fan or a Steelers fan?
Ravens fan.
Ugh, why?
I don't know. It's Ravens fan, and then I'm a big Penguins hockey fan. So take that for what it's worth.
I won't.
Go Penguins.
I refuse to take that.
Go follow JB Graphics. Go follow me on Twitter at PKJared9. It's also the same for my Instagram.
He's a
if you're
good,
interested.
positive follow. Good guy here.
Quality content.
Quality content, positive guy. Jared, thanks for coming on once again. We are happy to have you. We're happy to have somebody from the area that can actually talk about these things because we definitely can't and don't know anything about it. So once again, brought to you by Yeats. 10% off. 10% off.
Boy.
Gas station.
Hey, we're
Don't
going to get you.
get the gas station
We'll
one.
hook our boy Jared up here. Get you a pair, buddy.
Yeah.
These aren't even name
We'll send it
brand.
away.
I don't
It's
even
okay.
think
It's okay. You look like a G. We'll hook
All
you
right.
up.
Thanks for coming on. Peace.
Hey, peace, everybody.